Okay, another community post, and this time it's more rules for the Silent King. And it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, today I was expecting a post on custom dynasties as promised yesterday by the Warhammer team. However, the post that's just gone up is on the Silent King, the rules of the ruler. And this should be a very exciting post. Stop the press! GW have just released Ancient Dynasties of the Necrons, another post, and this time about the dynasties, and it seems we've got some reveals of the dynastic codes. I'm going to make a video about this post as soon as I can, so stay tuned. Now, if you're new to the channel and you want to learn about Necrons and more, then please subscribe and hit the bell button to turn on all notifications so you don't miss an upload. Right, last week we talked about the designers and the heavy metal team, all about the new Silent King model. Today we're taking a look at his rules and see how he's going to dominate the battlefields of the 41st millennium. It's time to bow to your new king. And then we have that awesome picture of the Silent King model. What a fantastic model this is. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to build it. And I think I'm excited about painting it. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to paint it, but it is awesome. Floating Rocks of Death. Let's start by looking at the two triarchal menhirs that float either side of Zerek's dais of Dominion. Okay, his chair's called the dais of Dominion. Not only are they the sort of impressive monument that only the greatest of rulers would have, but they each contain an annihilator beam. Okay, so this is the weapon on the two shields. Annihilator beam, 36 inches. That's much longer than I thought they were going to be. Heavy 1, strength 12, minus 4 AP, and a flat 6. A flat 6 damage! No random. That's good. That's nice to see. Unlike some of the younger races, the Necrons don't mess around when naming their weapons, and these will definitely annihilate anything you point them at. Okay, so we've got two of these guns either side of the dais of Dominion, the throne, and very nice weapons they are. Only one shot each, but even so, that's nice. Hopefully they'll have some anti-horde stuff as well as this long-range gun. Council of the War. One of the key lessons that the Silent King has learned over the long millennia is the importance of delegation. He used the Triarch to rule the Necron, and he's now accompanied by the Pharaon of the Stars and the Pharaon of the Blades to aid in his devious schemes. Okay, so there you go. So these two Triarchs have names, the Stars and the Blades. Pretty cool. In game they act as inhuman shields, protecting their king while also providing the rest of your army two handy aura effects. Pharaon of the Stars, Aura. While a friendly Necron's core unit or Triarch Praetorians unit is within 6 inches of Zerek, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack, you can reroll the hit roll. Okay, so a reroll is always good, and of course we are talking now of this new core unit, so we need to find out which units exactly are Necron's core, but that's a pretty nice aura ability. He's also got Pharaon of the Blades. While a friendly Necron's core unit or Triarch Praetorians unit is within 6 inches of Zerek, each time a model in this unit makes a melee attack, you can re-roll the wound roll. Okay, so basically in shooting you can re-roll the hits, and in assault you can re-roll the wounds. All re-rolls are of course always welcome, so this is very nice to see. Keep your immortals close early in the battle to make the most of those shooting re-rolls, and then make sure that your Lich Guard are nearby as you approach the enemy to really take advantage of the melee re-rolls. Okay, so immortals and Lich Guard are going to be core, which is, well, to be fair, probably quite expected. These auras are also incredibly handy as they are some of the few that effect Triarch units. They only take orders from the king. Okay, so yeah, of course, Triarch. Okay, so I wonder if the Triarch Stalker can benefit from this. That could be quite good, if so. How to the king. But what about the Silent King himself? Let's just remind ourselves of his stat line. Now, of course, we've seen this already, and just for reference, I haven't read this post yet. This is the first time I'm reading it on camera. Now, his stats line, of course, is pretty good, just degrading on the movement and the attacks as he takes wounds. He also comes with a range of rules and abilities that would fill up the inside of a monolith if you were to write them out in ancient Necron glyphs. Armed with the Sceptre of Eternal Glory, the Silent King can dominate both the shooting and the combat phases. Interesting and very good to see. Okay, so let's have a look at this weapon, the Sceptre of Eternal Glory. 24 inches when shooting, Assault 3, Strength 8, -3 and 2 damage. And in close combat it's Strength +4, so he's going to be Strength 9, -3 with 2 damage. Doesn't really sound that amazing, does it? But I suppose this is just one thing that he's got. Let's keep reading. Doing 2 damage will come in especially handy against Space Marines, now that the majority of them have 2 wounds as standard. Clearly the Silent King isn't going to let a few superhuman warriors stop him from reclaiming the galaxy. So they're trying to make out that a flat 2 damage is really good. I was expecting more from the Silent King, to be honest. But yeah, let's keep reading. Actually, we won't read, we'll have a look at another awesome picture of the Silent King with that very cool looking possible conversion or new Forge World model in the background there on the left. That looks super cool. However, of course, so does the Silent King, and I'm really wondering how I'm going to paint him. I think I'm going to paint him in gold, but a different gold to my normal HQs, just to emphasize that he is the Silent King, and then have his throne in silver, so gold for him, silver for the throne, and then I'm going to throw in obviously some black stone colours as well. Should look pretty cool hopefully when finished. I'd love to know how you're going to paint yours, so let me know in the comments box below how you're going to paint your Silent King. To give him another benefit in close combat, and let's face it, he probably needs something else judging from that weapon, he can also ensure that the enemy units don't get to fight until after all nearby Necrons have done so. Obeisance generators. At the start of the fight phase, if there are enemy units within engagement range of Xerac, then until the end of the phase, those units cannot fight until after all other eligible units from your army have done so. Okay, so engagement range, it's quite close quarters, but even so, it's a useful thing to have if you do end up in that situation. As evidenced by their creation of the Pariah Nexus, Necrons are not fans of Psykers, thanks to the Silent King's mastery of the mysterious substance known throughout the Imperium as a Black Stone. He is able to shut down enemy Psykers on the battlefield. Yes! Noctilith beacons. In your opponent's psychic phase, Xerac can attempt to deny 1 psychic power as if he were a Psyker. Okay, he can deny the witch. I was hoping for a little bit more than that, but still, he's able to do it, which is good. As befits the most powerful Necron ruler, the Silent King also has the ability to change your army's command protocols at will. Voice of the Triarch. Once per battle, at the start of any battle round, if Xerac is on the battlefield, he can alter your command protocols. If he does, the command protocols that you did not assign to any battle rounds before the battle becomes active for your army for the battle round instead of the one that you assigned to it. Okay, basically you can swap your protocol around once per battle, which to be fair could be a pretty useful thing to have. We had a look at the command protocols yesterday and saw how flexible they can be. Being able to activate one exactly when you need one of its directives gives you an immense advantage. And yeah, it is very useful. Obviously we haven't seen all of the command protocols yet, but hopefully they're all going to be pretty decent. That's just a taste of what Triarch brings to the battlefield. Seriously, his datasheet is huge, with loads more abilities that will soon see the Necrons rightfully ruling the galaxy once again. The Silence King is available to pre-order from Saturday, which we know about, and it's £95. Okay, very cool. I enjoyed reading that article. I was hoping we were going to find out whether he's locked into his dynasty or whether we can take him in any dynasty. I'm interested to find out that. But so far he looks pretty cool, and of course there is more to come for the Silence King as well. But what do you think of him? Let me know in the comments box below. And if you haven't seen any of my other Necron 9th edition videos, then here is a playlist for you to check out all the videos that I've made. Beam me up!